This is Juanki.
And this is Hulk.
And this is the J&H Podcast.
Let's go. For a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city.
Now, the problem with social media and why, I would love for me to vlog the experiences that we have, because we really truly have some amazing experiences. I really work hard at researching, finding out things, planning, because I want to give you the most amazing experiences. Mm-hmm. If I can make it so that we don't have to stand in a line somewhere, I will make it so that we don't have to stand in a line anywhere. And let me just say, how does it work?
Oh, no, it works.
Okay. Do you see yourself doing anything else but that?
Just standing with people? Absolutely. Sitting with people? Absolutely not.
No, don't say it like that.
I don't care. I don't care. I think a lot of people have an issue with that. I don't care. I've sat with them. I don't want to sit there no more.
So, the reason why I've pulled back is because there's so much hate that comes to me, and in terms then to you, because you are now attached to me. I don't think you even realize. At the beginning when you were dating, I told you, oh yeah, I'm on YouTube and I'm part of, I do this, I do that,
No.
But now that you are a couple of years in, from the first time that you saw, and you saw people in the chat and people were acting and reacting to some of my stuff, fast forward to now, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are there are a bunch of insane animals running around YouTube, and it's very unsafe for us to broadcast our personal life. And I'm not saying it's unsafe for us, it's unsafe for them, because I'll kill somebody.
Well, this is what...
Literally.
I was going to say, let's clarify. I don't want to end up in a court because somebody caught these hands. Because, I've been very professional in the mirror. I did my therapy back in college. I did my, the whole program. I have the certificates from the, because I had to repeat it. So I have 2 certificates in the basement, the whole night.
How you get left back in class for anger management?
So anyway, I did all of that. So I'm very proper and demure now. But some of the stuff that these people be making up, just straight up making up, or just the hate. I never saw people online.
Oh, you're pretentious
or looked
now.
at videos and saw people doing things and said to myself, I don't like them because they're doing it. No, I was like, oh my God, how did I attain that? How can I get to that place?
That's my train of thought.
These people don't think that way. These people think I am rubbing in their face because I decided to do something with my life.
But the problem with that too is that I see other people in these certain sectors of YouTube bragging about the things that they have, that people have donated and given to them, or used appliances and stuff like that. And everybody's like, oh my God, that's so nice. But then when we talk about, we went to the Lexus dealer, got a new car. Oh, we're flying first class. Oh, we're going to go here. Oh, this all-inclusive, or this resort, or this hotel, or this experience, or VIP this, then all of a sudden you're bragging. But that's just our reality. So how is that bragging?
I'm going to tell you why. It's because it's coming out of this mouth that's attached to this face. Okay? That's what it is. It's because it's me.
Yeah.
That's it. It's because it's me.
I think so too.
It's because it's me. And it's because from the beginning, and now I'm going to get explicit, I didn't want to sit with these bitches from day one. From day one. We're not the same. We've never been the same. I don't want to be the same. Neither should you want to be the same.
I don't know how they look at who they are and want to still be them.
Right.
And then I see them saying like, that you think you're better than people.
I didn't say I was better than them.
I've never heard you say that. I'll say I'm better than y'all.
I didn't say I was better than anybody, but if you want to throw that into the arena, we will go down the whole resume of things that make you deficient and in turns make me better.
But see, and if you really look at it, like, now I'm not a part of that trash ass sector. I don't like those people. To me, I think they make black people look crazy. And if any of these hillbillies or the Republican Party got a hold of them, they could use them as an example of why black people are messed up. They're really trash. And they celebrate being trash. It's like if every neighborhood found the worst person in their neighborhood and put them in one place, that would be that sector of YouTube. They say that you think you're better than them, which you do not. They say that you brag a lot. No, we're just talking about our lived experiences. And because our experience is different now than your current experience, that's jealousy, babe. That's not bragging. That's just you hearing being jealous.
I've dealt with this all my life, to be quite honest. I've that's why I've always been separated and apart because I've been focused on the shit that I needed to do so that I can enjoy myself. I've always said I work hard and I play even harder.
Listen, I learned that from you because I've always had a certain type of, I would say a certain amount of money, but I've spent it on a car, maybe some rims and a TV. And a PlayStation. Like, I never went places with it because I never cared. Since being with you, I travel more than I've ever traveled, and I've eaten in places that I didn't even know existed because that just wasn't on my radar, you know? And I love it. Like, and now I'm addicted to it. And I feel like these people don't get those experiences, and that's why they're so bitter. But to look at you and try to paint you as like the villain of the whole sector, are always lying on you. Meanwhile, you watch these people ruin other people's lives. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen people get children taken away, houses swatted,
put people in jail,
losing jobs. Mm-hmm. Like, you got cops
get
running
evicted.
Get evicted, lose their Section 8, lose their food stamps,
put them in uncompromising positions,
especially with the police,
sexual health, like all of that.
It's crazy, but you are what's wrong with the sector because you like champagne.
It's because it's coming out of my mouth, and because from day one I've said I don't like any of you bitches, and I stand by that statement.
No, I get it.
I stand by that statement, and then It's still lying for me.
Yeah.
Because I try to be but I can get over there and cuss as best as anybody. And if unfortunately you see my last video, you will see it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, so don't go watch that.
Exactly. But they needed a response, before I got to a plane.
Yeah.
Because my husband and I, in our travels, I decided to book the jet and go to DC, which we're gonna get into in a second. Yeah, but to close out this whole situation with this sector and videos that have been made about me and the lying it doesn't bother me like that.
It doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me either.
I lie because I know who I am. You know who I am. You know where my interest lies. You know I'm a good person at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know what's performing versus what's me.
Look at these people and what they're saying.
Exactly.
Like, it's a no-brainer for me. And just for the record, like, I get that they know that you're married to me, so they like to throw my name out there a lot. Mm-hmm. I will fuck one of these people up, but they got me fucked up, and I don't know why.
I just want to say. When I walk around with you in certain places, people think I'm somebody, you're my security, or you're somebody that I'm your assistant. That's how the height and stature and all of that different. Let me just say, and we'll go back to the story. I've seen authorities say they don't want no issues with you. We went through TSA.
Tell them.
And you let the metal detector went off with you, and the TSA agent, who was 6 feet tall, turned around and said to me, can you imagine me trying to fight that man and just let you go through?
Listen.
When the whole thing went through and then I went through and it was clear. And I was like, do you need to see? And he was like, no, that's fine. Could you imagine him, me fighting him or him getting into a fight with us?
I've had that same thing.
And I was like, oh, okay.
I had that same reaction with the police.
I was like, you let the metal detector go off and you're just going to let this man go? Oh, I was like, oh, I felt good.
Like, I've had the police. I called the police because I didn't want to hurt somebody. And the police came and looked at me. And I said, oh, I called you. And he said, thank God, I did not want to have to deal with you today. When he said that, we both start laughing. Like, I want people to understand that I joke a lot. And my husband is very funny. And you know what I do love? That you always like, oh, my husband put me in a penthouse. My husband did this. Listen, I say the same thing. My husband put me in this penthouse. My husband bought us that Lexus and the other Lexus. And everything we have, he got. I didn't get nothing. But he's going to tell you guys that I got everything. And I'm going to tell you guys he got me everything. Because that's how we get down in this relationship. Number one. Number two, I don't get offended. And I'm not afraid of anybody on YouTube. At all. I want that to be known. I am not afraid.
The reality is that if we were in the same room
They would never say
Nobody
it.
will say anything
Never.
or step up. The most they will do is take a picture to just show the massiveness of the height and stature
And say,
and
what
build,
the
and come back and try to edit it and do things to the photo and all that. That's the most. Nobody will. And this is why, if by any chance I were to ever go to an event or I just happen to do something with YouTube related, you are not allowed to come because I am not. It will go down.
Oh, it will go down.
So you are not allowed.
He
to
calls
come
me Hulk
anywhere.
for a reason. There's stories that we can't tell for legal reasons.
And we will not tell.
But he knows why. You ask my family why I am who I am. But I just want to say the only way that anybody in that sector would ever approach me is if they got something metal on them with 13 friends in there. 14, 15, 16, or the 7, but that's the Desert Eagle. But they're not big enough for that.
And we're
one.
ready to none of
and
them.
none of them
None
gonna
of
do that.
them.
Nobody's
None of
gonna
them.
ever press me,
None
and
of them.
I'm not afraid of you. And you're
None of
jealous
them.
because I love my husband, and my husband is very sexy. And he posted a very sexy picture, and I was like, "Yeah, babe, post that picture and make people matter while we out here chilling." And we're gonna talk about that too a little bit later. But yeah, babe, I think that it's crazy. I would love to show everybody everything. Like, oh, look at us. This is the VIP. This is how we did the VIP. But then these are the type of people that will call and try to get us kicked out of places.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it on live. We've seen YouTubers who may be dining in a restaurant, sharing their day, and all of a sudden the cops show up because there was a bomb threat, or because there was, they said that you were on live with brandishing a weapon, or
that's
we've
crazy.
seen a waiter come, or they call from YouTube, and we've seen all types of craziness. Or they'll show up at the location and try to see, it's a lot.
It's a
lot. So and it's
you're
just
not
not.
dealing with that.
It's not quite worth it. And the funny thing is that people. There was a narrative, because they have all sorts of narratives running around with Juanki Pro. They all sorts of narratives.
Every time you go on vacation, there's a new story.
Every time it's a new story.
And we just sit here and we laugh.
Every time it's a new story. Let me clarify for everybody who's within the reach of my voice. Okay, I respect my marriage. I respect my husband, the Incredible Hulk. Okay, I love him. I honor him. I meant when I say yes, I meant everything that white man said. And my mom was there, his mom was there, everybody was watching. I believed in it and I meant it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're never gonna catch me behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, from the side of the scenes, on top of the scenes. None of that. The latest narrative was that I was behind the scenes with a homosexual.
Oh.
If I could drop a bomb on this, I would drop a bomb on this.
We're gonna drop a bomb
with a homosexual behind the scenes. When have you ever?
with that Roger head from American Dad.
Nobody. Everybody knows from day one. Even from when I was back, what I call the Yellow Wolves. That was my previous studio, and then before that, when I was in Washington Heights, I've always said, you got something to say to me? Say it in the comments. There's no need for you to be talking to me behind the scenes. First of all, I didn't use social media ever to get a hookup, a date, or that's not how I got my dates. Ever. Okay? So for them to run with this narrative, and they did that because I was gone on vacation.
Yeah, they tried
and
to
they
get
thought
you.
I wasn't gonna come out and say anything. And also because a lot has been said about me, and I pay it dust. I really pay it dust.
Until there's
name
something
one
that can
panel that
really-
I've been on.
Exactly.
Name one panel that I've been on. Name one panel
on
that
me?
I've been on. Yes.
Well, it depends
Whose
on
panel
what-
have I ever been on?
Well, I think the only one that you ever jumped up is when, remember that person?
That wasn't a panel.
That's not a panel?
That was two ugly bitches in the middle of the night trying to say that I was a porn bomber. And I rolled up in there. A panel is when you got like 4 or 5 people and they're discussing
we
a
don't do
topic.
that. We don't do that.
In the beef.
We
I don't do that. Right.
We don't do
right.
that.
No.
No.
Me rolling up on
Never.
them 2 bitches was me rolling up on them 2 bitches, letting them know I'm getting the fuck
Oh, you
down.
pulled up on the block.
Oh,
That
that's
was a
right.
skirt.
I pulled right up.
Pulled up
and then
to-
and what happened? What happened? One of them
They backpedaled
and pussy
and
popped.
start telling you how cute you were.
Like, wow, he's so cute.
He's so cute. Oh, it's not him. I'm
it's
sorry.
not- I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then quickly, expeditiously moved on to the next shit.
And just dropped it dead,
Exactly.
that quick. No retracted statements though.
Exactly.
But yeah, no.
But in
You
terms
don't
of
do the
me,
panels.
I don't
No.
do the panels because I am the production. My name is on the motherfucking marquee. I can carry my show. I can carry my show, and I carry my show.
And just for the record, I know how they doctor paperwork. I don't care if you show a text message of my husband texting somebody or saying he was on a phone call with somebody. I don't believe you. I don't care. I know my husband. I married him for a reason. So, just y'all entertain us with all these lies, we sit back and we laugh at y'all. We don't watch your videos. People will come and tell us things, or they drop them dollar cash apps are funny as hell. But we don't.
I made
care.
a lot of money when I was out. I made like $15. They were sending $1 with tea, $1 with tea, $1 with tea.
Yeah, that was tip money.
And you know, like I said, it's crazy. It's funny to me. I don't know that they think I'm so weak. Is that what?
I don't think they think you're weak. I think that.
But they think that that affects me. Like it's gonna. Oh, we're gonna hurt him with this.
I think
you're not hurting me with that.
Because you are one of the strongest ones when it comes to your emotions, where you really don't care. Other people, if they say something, they're quick to jump on a video and reply. You will ignore people for months, and they use your name because they know that the chances of you responding is minimum.
Oh, but they had me twisted last time.
Because they did too much.
They had me twisted last time.
Don't tell a lie about me, and I won't tell the truth about you. That's my favorite statement.
And when I did that video, which is at now like almost 1,900 views, when I did that video, not one lie was told.
Not one lie.
Not one lie was told.
You don't lie during none of your videos.
I don't. I don't believe in
lying.
And
I think that's what they're mad at too, is because when you come up there and you speak, you really speak the truth. And because, all right, so it's kind of like, and you know, they say that you're pretentious, but I'm pretentious as fuck now too. I don't care. They say
but
that.
But the people who are calling me that are people who have no class, no taste, no experience, no nothing.
Their taste level isn't at your waist level.
They're okay. They're okay to be caught up in the back of a car with a HIV infected prostitute, known prostitute, and have their name attached to that. They're okay with that. They think they're gonna take that to the bank, and they're okay with that. They're okay with people believing that you were in the back of a car with a known prostitute who's off his meds. His HIV meds.
That doesn't take showers.
And that you had sexual relations back there. You're okay with that. These are the people that are saying, are being the moral police when it comes down to how I carry myself and how I spend my hard-earned money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's just one of those things where they're annoying. They're like a fly when you outside just chilling and just keep coming by and you just try to swat them. You just need to get, and then you come out there with the little electrified light and you just zap them once or twice.
I'm gonna close out this section with this, and I've said it to I've said it on YouTube and I say it here now. You could do whatever, you could lie, whatever. I would just sit there and chill. I enjoy my champagne. I do my shows, do whatever that. But then when I feel like it, don't be mad at me because I throw the motherfucking planet at you. I've always said it. I have a response issue, okay? Some people will say that my responses sometimes are way overboard. Don't mess with me, period.
Drop a bomb on that.
Leave me alone, and you won't get the planet and constellations and a black hole thrown at you.
The black hole lasts just to finish
to
it up.
Suck up the whole thing. Yes, to clean up. Clean up this mess. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad. You can't tell me how to respond. Okay? Don't lie on me, and I won't tell you about how you prostitute your home.
Don't
the
lie.
One that you built
I won't tell you the truth.
With the proceeds of your mother's death. Okay? Don't lie on me, and I won't talk about that time you were found in the backseat with a known prostitute giving them fellatio. Okay? Don't lie, and I won't explain that to your brand new audience members that don't know that part about you.
I've been telling you that for the longest.
I know.
They got that clip just sitting
these
right
people
there for them.
A lot of these people forgot that at one point, my introduction to this sector was because I was the historian of this sector. I literally was learning all the storylines and keeping them real tight. And sometimes they needed clarification, and they will roll up on my page and I will clarify what the issue was. Okay? People forget. But I've not forgotten the pedigrees and where they come from.
And you're still trash. Even
and it's all true.
On it, it's still trash.
It's all true. I don't have to lie to degrade you.
Oh my God.
Which is not a word, but you get me.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like, especially if they sat next to you, I don't understand why people that sit next to you and praise you and then they want to throw shots at you like you don't have North America type weapons here.
Drop a bomb on that.
So we're North America when it comes to that.
I have the football. I've always had the football.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it when people think I'm weak and I'm out of tune and out of touch and the whole. I have the football.
You know what's crazy?
I have the football.
You know what I love about you? I think that's why we mesh up so well. You know, when I first met Juanki, he told me what his name was. I told him what my name was. And then we come to find out after we've talked for a while that we both told each other fake names.
Well, that was my alias.
That was an alias. It's a fake. Alias. And then I also told you, like, we don't tell people our information. Like, we both are literally built the same. So now, and it's so funny because I still call you by your alias.
I know.
And I barely call, I don't never call you by your government name.
I know.
And I'm so used to it right now. So I don't never. It's
because we're talking sex.
So I'm just, exactly. Let's get back to something else.
So we decided, because let me just tell you, baby, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Absolutely love you so much. You are the light in my tunnel.
I'm your sunshine, your only sunshine.
Yes, definitely.
I make you happy.
And I always want to give you experiences, and so I said, okay, where's something that you and you had told me that you wanted to go to DC and visit this particular location. So I was like, okay, let me see if I could work this. I worked this and worked this and worked this, and we were able to book the jet, and we flew. Our DC trip was what, like an overnight? It was an overnight.
It was overnight.
A 1 day thing,
just
right?
1 day.
First of all, when reviewing the 1 day trips, baby, can we do that again?
Hell no.
I was
absolutely.
I was exhausted.
That's when I realized that. I haven't reached my midlife, but I feel like I had a preview of what it's going. I was burnt out
because our day started at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning, we had our champagne. And then we had the car.
The car service came to pick us up.
Oh my God! We got to the airport.
Got on the jet.
We got it was ridiculous. We got straight up on the jet.
Right out of the jet. Did you like how expedited everything was?
I loved it.
You were so like that couldn't. You were like, wait, was that TSA? And I was like, that was TSA. Let's go.
Ridiculous.
I was like, yes, that's TSA.
Service was impeccable, and we were in the sky. And as soon as we got in the sky, they was like preparing for landing.
I know, right? But I told you that the jet goes by fast.
I was like, wait, what the fuck? We just got up here.
And it was quick. It was quick. Then after we landed, right away from there to the car rental.
But wait, hold on. I called my, every time I get on a plane, I text my mom and my family in a group chat, and I tell them, all right, on the plane, taking off. Like 30 minutes later, I said, oh, we're landing.
Preparing to land.
We're preparing to land. It was like, already? I was like, that's what I was saying. Like, you had your headphones on, you pull them to the sides. Like, what did he say? I said, we're preparing for landing? And I was like, God damn. But yeah, we got into the rental car, and we cruised around DC. We saw a couple of places. We went to, I think one of the first places we went to was the Hall of Records. Is that what it's called?
We went to the Library of Congress.
Library of Congress, yeah, not the Hall of Records or whatever.
No, the Library of Congress,
which was
well. First of all, the first thing we went to see was where them white people were scaling with the Confederate flag in the back.
Oh my God! Oh, we got
Nancy Pelosi.
I'm gonna post a video on a short.
Okay,
because that was funny.
So if you want to see the videos in the short, please go to the JNH podcast page on YouTube.
Yes, YouTube.
And you will see shorts from all our travels.
Yeah, that was crazy because that and everything that you were saying was ridiculously funny too. But that building was beautiful.
Oh, they didn't care.
They didn't care.
I was, they had a whole noose and a whole guillotine and everything up there constructed.
I was like,
out of wood.
How do you let? And meanwhile, we were looking like, all right, we shouldn't go up there and take pictures because it looked like we're gonna be sniped down if we get on the steps. But how did all these hillbillies climb the building, get inside the building?
Scaled the building, got inside the building.
And these are some beautiful buildings that are like, first, I've been here before when I was younger, but you don't appreciate things when you're older. You can understand history a lot better. And the buildings were obviously like, well, they were kind of Greek. Architecture,
a lot of
marble. The ceiling. When we got inside of the Library of Congress,
yes,
that building, that ceiling, the gold everywhere.
Well, first of all, let's talk about what the quest was and how we approached the security guard. and how upset she was about the whole thing. When we went to the Library of Congress, I explained to my hubby, which I'm pretty sure he knew, but I explained to him that that keeps all the records, all the, when you, copyright material, music, plays, all of that. This is the place that house it, but also the original United States Constitution.
Yeah.
And so we were like, oh, we're gonna see that. I'm gonna take a picture of that. So we get into the building, right? We get into the building. We're looking for the Constitution. We go to the security guard who's security/information. And I ask her, I said, excuse me, ma'am, where can we see the United States Constitution? And it was like I crushed her heart.
For real.
Her whole mood changed. She sucked her teeth. She was like, and I was like, oh my God, what happened? And I said, it's not here? And she goes, no, it's not here. I said, because of the event? And she goes, yeah, they took it out of here. She was like, but go talk to that man over there. And she pointed to a white man who I guess is a historian.
Yeah, and had all the
she
information.
was like, he'll tell you where to find it. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's secluded somewhere in here. Maybe at the vault. Let's go see, baby. So we go to the white man. And I'll let you speak about the white man.
No, we went to the white man and he told us basically that it ain't here.
he said, did you not see what they try to do?
He said, Elvis has left the building. He was like,
not only has it left the building, not only is it not here, it's not on display, period.
You can't see it now.
It is in a secret location.
It's in a vault,
and
they said.
He said once or twice a year, they bring it out in a specific location for you to see from afar, and then they bring that bitch back up and close her right back up.
Can you imagine if they would have got to that Constitution? That's ridiculous. Like, these animals really tried to destroy history. If you guys see these doors, you see the architecture, it's a marvel to look at. And that building was amazing. Like I said, the gold
and it's full
trim,
of history. It's just full of history.
And they have
even the writing on the walls is history.
They have statues of great philosophers. And,
evolution of man.
Yeah, everything is inside this building. Like, you don't even know that. I didn't even think to go in there the last time I was there. But I went in there. I was amazed. They had a little like a little display, I would say. Isn't that the place where we seen all the little inventions? They had the inventions of...
Yes. They had a special exhibit. Yeah.
And it was just full. Let me tell you, when I didn't know that there were certain instruments and things that were created by black people, I feel like the education system has lacked us in this country. Yeah. But we're going to get into that in a second. But that building, amazing. And then we saw where... The Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court races judges.
My God, that is a beautiful building too.
Yeah, and they're doing all that dirt from that beautiful building. They're ripping away women's rights. Yeah, all of that from that beautiful building.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Listen, they are sitting in one of the most... I would say that building is more beautiful than the White House.
Yeah.
That building is crazy. It's sexy.
The Supreme Court,
clean. The lawn, everything about that building.
Every 5 inches is a man with a gun.
Every big guns. They not playing in DC no more. But yeah, the people that are ripping our rights away are working in these beautiful buildings, eating and drinking on our dime, and not doing nothing. No work is being done in Washington, D.C., but they're literally working in the most beautiful establishments in this country, I could say.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy.
But then we eventually made our way
to the main course of what we came to D.C. to do and see, which was, for the longest, my husband has been wanting to go to.
And if you're looking for it, it's the only building that's brown. And a whole Capitol full of white buildings.
That is true.
That
is so true.
We went to the National Museum of African American History.
Correct.
And give it a round of applause. Let me tell you, when I went into that building, I felt a sense of pride that I haven't felt since watching Black Panther.
Well, I'm glad that we felt that way, but there's also moments of incredible discomfort. We decided to start because the building is like 5 or 7 floors.
Yeah,
right?
It's huge.
It's a lot of. We started with the bottom first, right?
We started with the. It says from slavery to freedom, and it's in the basement.
Yeah.
And let me tell you that all jokes aside, and you see people of all colors, sizes, ages, kids, whatever. Nobody was talking in that exhibit. When we went down there and we saw this, they literally started us with the first slave ships. They had manifestos from the captains, the way they talked about black people, the way that they categorized us. They even had they were doing a lot of sensory.
Yeah, they had the weapons that they used, the shackles, the chains.
Oh my God.
Things with spikes.
Narrating the stories.
Baby chains, adult chains. They had pictures of the actual boats, but the thing that was most distressing to me, and I'm a performer, I'm all into this immersive thing, and having the audience be part of the work. They took us into a room. Well, the guy, the tour takes you into a room where you are pretty much, I guess, mid-level of a ship.
A slave ship.
Of a slave ship.
And
they literally did the senses, the smells. I thought there were actors underneath us moving around because you could feel and hear things underneath the wood. They actually have wood.
They had wood from actual
slave ships
that they were able to retrieve.
Oh my God.
It was the smell. It was the manifestos
sounds
that they had of their actual writing of the captains of the slave ships.
Talking about how to beat them, how to keep them quiet, how to throw them overboard.
Dirty, they're smelly. They're a lot of the Negroes.
Don't open the door because you're gonna vomit. Keep the door closed.
The stupid Negroes are jumping off of the boat, and let me tell you that part is the part that broke me. I literally started to cry, and I had to leave. I could not finish that entire From Slavery to Freedom. I could not make it out of the slave section because just the stories of them, even using our skin, they use our skin, they use our teeth, they beat us, they cut up our body parts, they fed us to animals, they used us in circus, they treated our people so bad. And when I tell you it was so powerful in there that everybody, and it was packed. When I tell you, you had to shimmy through this entire thing.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that because I've been attempting to get us there for the last 2 years. And although the entrance is free, you have to reserve your tickets. And the tickets are reserved for months and months and months in advance.
And now I see why.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you could not move, it was literally like being in a concert, packed on the floor. Everybody reading everything. We're all looking at the exhibits, and it just broke my heart. And I was like, damn, I would love for my nephews and all the little people in our community to see this, but I don't even think that they're old enough to
They're not ready for that. And I was interested. I saw some parents bringing their younger kids, and I was like, I wonder how they're gonna handle this type of subject matter at different levels, because as we're gonna get into the upper levels in a little bit, it's different. But down there, I saw all types of people. Period. All types of people there. Even white people.
Shout out to Obama.
All types of white people. All types of people, all types of generations,
trying
from
to
the
teach
grandma
their kids.
to the grandma in a power chair to the younger ones, the whole nine. I saw all types of people.
But all
there.
I will say is everybody had nothing but respect in that one exhibit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there was no phones. People couldn't take, nobody felt moved to take pictures like that because it was so powerful. And it was at that moment that I realized why these white people in Florida and Texas are trying to keep this out of schools. I don't think, and this sounds crazy because I am an African American, Black American, whatever you want to call me. I think that this would anger a lot of people.
Obviously.
And I think that let me tell you that the stuff that they teach us in school about slavery is like the PBS version of what really happened in slavery. When I tell you that even as an adult, I did not know a lot of these things, and history is my favorite subject in school. But when I went to college, they told me that everything you learned in elementary school, in high school, is a lie. I understand that now. That's what my history teacher told me in college. He said it was a lie. I didn't, But now, after I went through that, I 100% understand that is the truth. That would break somebody. And I believe that if all white people were to go through that exhibit, I think that would end racism. I think it would make, there is no. In school, they teach us that Harriet Tubman tried to free the African slaves. They don't even like try to attach them to us. They make it seem as if the African slaves are not the black kids that are learning it in school right now.
Right, their generations.
It is not.
Right.
It's not us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's a different group of people.
It's a different group of people. That's not
Right.
us. They try to soften it so much that it takes away the power of what happened. So everybody's so scared of the Holocaust and things like that. Like never again. If you went through this exhibit, and I employ everyone to go to this exhibit, you will change your mind about the way black people are treated in America. And if you are a white racist person, you will be ashamed of your ancestors. A lot of these corporations and a lot of these white people that have a lot of pride and my family started the Geico company back in whenever. I'm telling you, you would not want to tell your kids about their papas because of the things that they did back to black people. It is that bad. It is that bad. And I want everyone to go. Let's just push through because I can't say that enough.
I understand. I understand.
It is bad.
And then, and it did set a tone, and then we're like, okay, well, let's go look at some more positive stuff, something that's going to uplift us. I did like how current, like the range of things were like, it wasn't like we're going to learn about Martin Luther King. And
that's so true.
We learned about more than that, and we learned about current things that we could relate. So younger people, with the music, with the genres, with
the creation of the music, the certain musical instruments that were created by black people, film, actors, the first black actress,
sports,
the first black person on TV.
I think it covered everything as a whole.
I think Obama did a great job of securing our knowledge of self in this building.
I even saw things from like Broadway musical theater. Like I was like shocked to see that there.
They had they had like the Cadillacs from like Chuck Berry, the Motown singers. They had the dresses from
Diana Ross's dress,
the Wiz, the costumes,
Michael Jackson's couch that he used in one of the movies, one of the videos.
Red couch, was it the red couch?
No, the white couch in that black and white.
The white couch when he had his legs over. Like they had the couch. They had some of his outfits. They had some of Prince's outfits in there.
To more of the current stuff, like they actually had the Wakanda outfit.
The
Black Panther outfit and the Wakanda army, a couple of the army.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman had his Black Panther suit in there. Let me tell you that it took us literally from slavery to today. And
we still need to go back because we didn't finish the whole thing because it's so like you could spend a couple of days in that place taking everything in. If you really want to be able to read the descriptions and really take things in, it's a 2 to 3 day experience.
I agree. Like you need time, and I feel like and it wasn't one of those museums where you see things that you don't want to read. You want to read because it's literally telling you about your people and how great our people, like the inventions in this country.
Black excellence.
I'm telling you, like we have invented some things that I never knew. And I don't even want to tell everybody. I want people to go and look. I want you to research about how great blacks have been to this country and their contributions to this world, from medicine to music to movies to theater,
even to the army. Remember the military? The military. What are they called? Squads.
The squads, the black
that
platoons.
Were all black platoons, and what they did, and the Purple Hearts, and all of that.
It's wild, babe.
Yeah.
Like I'm really thinking about it right now. That was one of the best things this year. I would say I am blessed to be able to see that. And just to see what our ancestors went through, and just to have a description, people's names,
And I think it inspired me to want to bring my younger generations here. I think we should put together when they're of age, because they're too young now. They're babies.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
But when they're of age, that's something that I would totally be down to booking a trip. A family trip up there so that we can see, your nieces and nephews, my nieces and nephews. We could bring them up, but they have to be of age so that they can intake the material. And because we clearly in school, if these people have their way, school is going to be
workers. Yeah, they said it workers. And I want you to I remember workers. I seen this. They worked a slave so hard that his muscles detached from his skeleton. How the fuck is that possible? They worked him so hard that his muscles, he was alive, not dead, detached from his skeletal frame. That is barbaric. They put us in soups and used us as face masks and cream and beauty regimens. Humans, they used us. I want people to hear my voice. They used us as beauty regimens. Like black people, humans. Crazy. And I know that white people are afraid for black people to know this. And they don't want their children to know that. They want them to think that we were workers and that we were just here just to be here. They want you to think that this was 300 years ago. And me and Juanki, we sat and we had a good discussion about timelines here. My great-great-grandparents were slaves. That means my great-grandparents were born after slavery had just ended. So that means my grandmother was like the first, generation to try to get something. She was born during segregation. My mother was born during segregation, which means that I was born, my mother's son, I am the first generation after segregation that she had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so people keep on trying to say, oh, it was 300. My mother saw Martin Luther King on TV. That's crazy. And people don't understand that. So my mother, my grandmother's birth certificate says colored.
Wow.
My mother's birth certificate, it says Negro.
Wow.
So I want people to understand that the white fountains, and I remember I asked my grandmother that before, and I said, Grandma, how was it back then? Were you scared? And she said, we knew our place. That broke my heart. My grandfather was a sharecropper. Oh, this is crazy. See, this is why I didn't like. I was like, it's gonna make me more racist than I already am. I don't give a fuck.
I felt that way too. I was
care.
like, I want to come out of here really wanting to set some bitches on.
Set it off.
Oh my God.
This is exactly why I said that.
But it's important for us to maintain the history.
But
it's on us to maintain the history and to pass the history.
But you know what
down.
the problem is that if they exposed us to this when we were younger, I don't think it would be as angering. I know that's, you wouldn't be so okay, it is a part of the history, but we live in a country where they constantly try to tell you that America has never been a racist country and is not a racist country.
And they'll put the darkest men up there, the darkest bold men up there to say America is not a racist country.
You go to that mother effing museum and then you tell me, I don't care what anybody say, any person of color, any black person, Hispanic person, listen, you go there and you will realize that this country is trash. I love being here, but the sacrifices that our people had to make for us to be at the rate of free we are now is ridiculous.
Okay,
but yeah,
so
I don't want to. Like I said, everybody. I would like you guys to go to the African American Museum in Washington D.C. I think that is a beautiful place for us to go to learn our culture, learn our history. Your children definitely need to go there. They have a bunch of different exhibits. If your children are too young, I would say keep them away from slavery to freedom.
Right,
I would say
which
keep
is
them
like the
upstairs.
bottom levels, and everything is clearly labeled, and you know they give you maps and the whole nine. There's always a new exhibit.
Somewhere, because we had the futurism exhibit that's there right now, which was pretty dope, and it was just showing art and just how different African American people interpret the future during certain periods of their life. I would say keep them on the upper levels, but 100% go there. And if you're a white listener, I implore you to go there and take your children there. I know you may feel uncomfortable there, but you will learn a lot.
Sometimes people need to be uncomfortable though, and I believe this is something we believe in theater and in the arts. There could be great growth out of feeling uncomfortable.
I agree.
Now, where there is no growth is when you go to the place where you're gonna lay your head at, and it's the murder room.
Oh my God.
Okay. Let me say that again. Where there is not going to be no growth is when you go to the place where you're going to lay your head at, and it's the same room with the murder took place.
Now, so I guess we moving on to that.
I'm gonna let you take this because I had the best of intentions, baby. I want you to understand.
This
Look at
is
my
the
eyes.
second time.
Look at my eyes, baby. I did not mean for
This is
this to
the
happen.
second
Look
setup.
at my eyes, baby. I'm tearing up. Look at my eyes. I did not mean anything but the best. I always try to give you the best from the foods I cook for you, from the vacations and experiences and outings that I put together. I researched for weeks as to where we were gonna spend one night. It was just one night only.
One night only.
Okay, it was one night only.
And you chose Jigsaw's room.
I chose the highly acclaimed hotel. I'm not gonna mention the name now.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that
We
to them.
promised them
because-
that we wouldn't do it.
And they were really good about it.
And they gave us a great accommodation.
But
so
when
we'll
we
tell
got
you.
there, the location was beautiful.
That's my favorite word, beautiful.
We literally rolled up right to the curb, like right into
Right
the
to
curb, like
basically into the damn door.
valet parking. Leave the whole thing out. Go check in. The room wasn't ready, but that's fine because we were there early. So we went to get some food.
Mm-hmm.
We walked around for a little bit. We came back to check in the room.
Wait, let's
Now-
talk. Hold on. Let's talk about that. I don't find any good restaurants in DC.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you're coming from New York, so you're used to a lot of different variety, and you're used to around-the-clock dining here.
That's true, but they also tried to give us samples. It's like
It's called tapas.
I don't give a F what it's called. They can throw that tapas shit in the
It's called
garbage.
tapas.
They wanna
Here
give
go my
you-
baby wanting bigger portions.
They want to give you White Castle burgers for $250 and then try to serve you drinks that are the size of like shot glasses. I said, what the fuck is
I
this?
know. The food was absolutely trash.
Overly priced, trash food. The experience was trash. And then that one place that we went where we had to sit down, she said, order from the phone. These bitches got the nerve to try to get a tip. I did everything my damn self.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I know.
Like,
I always get weird about that because I'm like, okay, like when you go order like something over the counter and they pack it up and you pick it up, and there's the tip thing. I'm like, but you did the job description. The job description was
for this amount of money,
right? Put my food in the bag because it's not like you even cooked it. Put the food in the bag and ring me up.
And then they want a tip.
What part of your service did you earn?
Like, what did you do extra?
Tip.
What did you do extra? You didn't even give me a smile. You gave me attitude. That was ridiculous.
I put that line across that tip. I zigzagged it so much, I think I broke through the paper.
It was bad.
I think I broke through that paper.
We couldn't find nothing appetizing to eat there. And I was disappointed with the food
So we
selection.
returned back to the hotel, and I explained to you before going on the whole nine that we weren't going to be staying at a typical hotel. We were going to be doing a boutique hotel, which is your first time staying at a boutique hotel. Well, my incredible Juanki Pro, the love of my life, what is a boutique hotel? So I'm explaining to you what a boutique hotel, it's a smaller hotel. It's a little bit more luxury. They cater to you a little bit more. It's the decor is different. It's not a brand.
It was different.
It's not a chained hotel.
Might have been a chain in there.
So we come in. What do you think of the initial lobby and the building and the whole
Well,
nine?
I did like how the valet service was, excellent. The lobby was beautiful. It's my favorite word. You guys just gonna have to get used to it. If it's beautiful, if I say it's beautiful, that means it was immaculate. Okay, it was astonishing. So I love the lobby, the smell, the decor. It was definitely different from a typical hotel. So I was like, okay, so now I'm intrigued because when he told me boutique, I said, are you taking me to a motel? Like, what the F is a boutique? Like, take me somewhere where it's they go by stars and it's clean.
Right.
That's all I asked
And this
for.
was 5 stars. This was 5 stars.
Notice how he didn't say it was clean.
We go into the room.
We go up
and
to
what
the...
is
No,
your
they made us
initial-
wait for a little bit. They made us wait for this room because it wasn't ready.
Well, it wasn't ready because of my restriction. What's
Okay.
my restriction?
What's your restriction?
Let them know.
Golden pillows,
No.
Versace sheets.
No,
It was
I have to have a 5,000 thread count now.
pretentious. No, it was. We get the hypoallergenic covers and the pillows.
Yes.
So
because if not, I will go into
anaphylactic shock.
Thank you.
So all right.
And I'm prepping my husband. I'm letting him know, okay, they're gonna take a little bit because they have to change all of the feathers and all that.
Oh, they was running around trying to find them damn defeathered pillows.
And then I'm like, okay, but they say they have heated floors in the shower and in the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so we get in and I go right to the bathroom where we give a quick glance and it was
beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
All right, I'm gonna pick a different word. Ask me again.
Okay, so we take a quick glance, and for you?
I loved it.
All right.
It looked very, very good.
Sunny, bright, it looked clean,
immaculate.
The whole nine, right? And I'm like, they say they have heated floors. So I go ahead and
he tested the heated floor.
And I take my shoes off and I'm like, touch, baby, touch. It's heated floors, it's a standing shower, walk-in, the whole nine, not a full glass. Like it's really, now you understand what a boutique room is.
And
right?
I liked it at first.
Right. So then and I'm gonna be very transparent. I had to use the bathroom. I had left New York City at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I needed to use the restroom. So I'm like, okay, baby, my baby's over there taking, his clothes off, getting ready, so we can like maybe take a shower and then head back out and look at the city or whatever. Or no, we're gonna take a nap. We're gonna take a nap first and then go out for dinner.
Go out for dinner, yeah.
Right. So I use the bathroom. I'm using the facility with my feet on the floor and I'm feeling it warm and I'm like, okay. And I'm done with the facility.
I'm sitting on the edge of the bed.
I come out to wash my hands. And I'm washing my hands. And there's a big mirror. And as I'm looking at the mirror, I decide to look up at the ceiling. And then when I look at the ceiling, what's the next thing you hear out of my mouth?
Get it in blood.
No, you hear me scream.
He screamed and said, oh my God. I look and I'm on the edge of the bed, so I'm peeking over and I look up at the ceiling and it literally looks like someone was murdered.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not kidding.
It was
so much blood on the ceiling of this room.
That's crazy.
It was so much, and I'm screaming, and then I look forward at the bathroom door
and notice that,
and I can see a handprint of blood on the thing,
on the
glass.
So he's checking himself to make sure.
And I'm like, did I cut? Like, what the fuck is going on?
And then I look at the chair.
No, not yet. No, because that was the second call.
Oh, that was the second call.
Then I'm like, baby, call the phone right now. And I call downstairs. And I can't even get my sentence. And I said to them, I said, somebody needs to come up here right now. There's blood in the ceiling and there's blood in the bath, in the shower door. Like, what the hell went on here?
He's like, what happened in this room?
I said, did somebody get attacked? and it was the most awkward, like on the other side, like, one moment. And then they put me on hold. So then they call me, okay, we're gonna send a housekeeper. Oh, we're so sorry, Mr. Pro. We're gonna send a housekeeper. Somebody will be in touch shortly. And then somebody else is gonna call you from management. I said, okay, please send them up right now. And then I start getting dressed. You get up from the bed.
We were gonna sit down in the chair.
I was gonna sit, so I swivel because this was like an all-white room. Did you notice that too?
Yeah.
It was like an all-white room.
And then
I swiveled the chair.
And it was blood.
And I say, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I dialed the number again. And I was like, I gotta get out of this room right now.
He said, right now, I'm coming down to the lobby.
And they're like, we're working on another room for you. It's just because of the feathers. I said, no, I'll wait in the lobby. I cannot stay in this room.
At all.
I was like, what went on in this room? There's blood all over the place. It's in 3 different places. Did somebody get attacked? Is this the murder room? What happened? I was asking them like 15 questions at once without letting them answer.
Overwhelming them.
I was nervous.
He was giving hysterical white woman.
I was.
He was giving his
I was. And you? What were you giving?
I was giving, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I don't play that shit.
And I was like, are my fingerprints in the doorknob? Like, is this?
Oh my God. Like
now I'm thinking,
real.
I'm advancing and I'm like, okay, now are we gonna be called in to testify?
Like, what is
We were the
this?
last ones in this room. My mind is already thinking, no, there were maids in here. There was a maid. There was a house manager that came to do
and then when the
feathers.
And when he came back,
and I pointed it to him.
Once he came to the room and he looked up and he seen it, and they were so apologetic. But I'm like, how did you not see that?
Right.
And did you?
We probably got him in trouble for that.
I don't give a fuck. You don't put me in this.
It wasn't, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't just blood. It was blood, but then there was the finger trails of like somebody who like either tried to
clean up a mess.
And I'm just like, and then I was like, baby, I can't. I put my shoes on, and I was like, I told the lady, I said, she's like, we're working in the room. I said, I'll wait for it in the lobby.
Yeah, we literally went down to the lobby.
And I went downstairs, and I went to the first receptionist, and I said, I'm from so-and-so room. And she already knew. I was like, right, here's the key. I'll be sitting right there.
And we sat
there for about 45 minutes. And then the
We get
owner of the hotel came.
You know, she came clutching her pearls, and she came. I'm so sorry. Well, first of all, we were sitting there trying to figure out. So how the fuck did the blood get on the ceiling? I was like, did somebody pull somebody's head back and slice that, or somebody get a broken nose from a punch?
I think somebody got punched in the face, and if you punch in the face and you go up like that,
and it squirted,
splatter up from the nose up to the ceiling.
Bad. When I say it was bad, it was.
Somebody got attacked in that room. That's not a pimple.
And it had to just
That's not
happen.
Period. That's not like I'm on my flow and flow came to
and
visit
somebody
me.
just grabbed it and just flipped it in the air.
Gravity, right?
Started
Defy gravity,
licking
right?
it, and
Or maybe some creep people got on there and started doing that blood play.
I was like, oh.
Like, look,
it is DC full of these nasty Republicans that be into that freaky It's like, make me bleed, baby.
I felt so bad because this was supposed to be a special weekend that I planned for you. And to know that no, for the most part, every time I pick a place for us to sleep at or stay at, I hit it out the ballpark. Don't I always?
You only messed it up twice.
Oh my God.
Only twice. First it was the crack house, and then it was the murder room.
No.
So we had the whole, what's that American Horror Story? We are on we're on season 2. They got the murder house, and then we got the crack house.
It was bad, and of course, you know, me being the YouTuber that I am, baby, I whipped that camera out and I took footage right away.
Oh my God, we got pictures. We have pictures
and video.
I don't think we should post it though.
No, we should not post that.
We shouldn't do that because
I can't because of YouTube rules. I won't be able to post that.
And we promised them
the manager.
They upgraded us.
So then she came. So then the lady came and she was very apologetic.
This is professional Karen.
No, she was like from the Middle East somewhere.
Well,
she had like a Middle Eastern accent.
I was tired.
And she said, "We are so sorry for your inconvenience. We have upgraded you to a much better suite."
It was like
at
the
corner. It was like like at the corner. Oh, baby, we got in there.
We got the view,
and she was like, "I hope that this was not." And I was like, "Don't worry about it. I just want to be able to rest. But thank you." And we went up there, and it was bigger. It was like better. 3 times the size. It was better.
The shower was crazy.
The view, we were like right at, where did we stay? We went to, what's that place called? It escapes my mind. DuPont Circle. We were right at the circle.
Yeah, we was close to the circle.
She was like, it has a view of the circle. So they made up for it. Would I ever stay there again? Absolutely not.
I wish you would say, hey, babe, boutique? I was like, hell no. Okay. You better stick to the Marriott or whoever's at 5-4 stuff.
We've gone through some stuff, baby. We have gone through some stuff.
We have stories and stories upon stories, but we did get a good night's sleep. We did. And we were after all of that, we wanted to go out for dinner. We ended up falling asleep.
We slept right through dinner.
We slept through it, and then we had to go right back on the jet, and we was out of here. But that trip to DC was amazing, babe.
I'm glad.
Thank you. Give me a kiss. I think I definitely appreciated that trip.
I love you.
I feel like that trip. I love you too. That trip was years in the making for me. I really wanted to go there, and I'm so glad we went, and I'm glad that we're gonna go again. Not to that hotel.
No, we're not going to that hotel. And the crazy thing is that as we're driving away from the place to go to the jet, we start seeing all these other luxury looking brand names down the strip, and I'm like, and he's like, why didn't you go over there? Why didn't you pick that one?
That's what I always be saying. Like, what the like, don't listen. The crazy thing too is that I'll be like, I'm the cheap one here. And Juanki is the one that says, oh, you'll like this experience, this, that. I'm like, yo, why didn't you just spend the money for this one? But it wasn't cheap by any means.
It wasn't.
But it was just, he tried to, all right, all jokes aside, he was trying to give me a different type of experience because he knows that I'm just a hood that ain't never been nowhere.
But it was a different type of experience.
That experience was definitely hood. That he gave me flashbacks, like I'm back on the block now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm back in the hood now. But it was, I did appreciate that trip. So, and the flight back, and then we literally had to recoup because that was a 24-hour run. We literally started at 3:00 in the morning, and we kept going, walking around DC, went to the Washington Monument, we went to the Capitol building, everything that we said we did. We went, we walked around.
I don't understand, babe, because, you know, from New York to DC, that shouldn't be a hard trip on your body, right? It's a simple trip, right? Now, I used to do New York City to Vegas, New York City to LA, party the shit out of, you know, Friday, Saturday, and then be on a red eye on Sunday to go to work on Monday and be professional and demure, you know, and be put together. At one time, I left the airport and went to the gym to shower and then right upstairs to my job and did my whole day and then did the whole week I wasn't tired. I wasn't. This little DC trip took my life out of me.
Took years off. No, it was bad.
How is it that we can't do it anymore?
We ain't in the teens no more.
Oh, my God.
We are not teenagers. Like, I can't do it. I was like, nah, you know what? I want to move a little bit slower.
Yeah.
You know, I think that. But you know, I think this is one of the things that keep our relationship fresh and exciting, because we always doing something new. And I do appreciate that about our relationship. We always going somewhere new, staying in a different hotel experience, eating some new food. Like, I remember the throw up you tried to feed me last year in DR,
God, that
where they brought that bullshit out to me, and then they was like, oh yeah, all you do is sprinkle lemon on this. I said, fish guts?
It looked like it was fish that was already like
chewed
eaten
up
and threw up.
Like, what the is this? Like, you cut the stomach off of a seal?
And she had the nerve to call it ceviche.
Oh,
that's not ceviche.
And she had with a smile on it.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, "But you don't."
And
know
this is the problem. We went to a French restaurant, and this is exactly why I stay away from French. What are we gonna do when we go to France?
I don't know.
I can't eat there. We're gonna have to go somewhere.
That's also one of the reasons why I haven't really traveled.
Don't they have French fries?
Some of those places, because it's like food is gonna be a problem.
That's why I can't do India.
And
have you seen the Indian street food?
I know. Yes, I've seen it. Not only have I seen it, I've seen it cooked and prepared and boxed for you, with no gloves.
With their feet stirring,
Sometimes they'll step on corn and stuff with their feet to flatten it out, and then that's how they serve it. Like, but it's a whole cultural thing. But I'm just not.
That's a culture?
Yeah, but I'm not willing to do that. I'm just not willing to do it.
I think that I would choose death.
I'm just not willing to do it.
I can't do it, babe.
And you know, I want to say, because as you were talking about us having experiences and, you know, spending money and the whole nine, I do want to say one thing, right? One thing, and I'm just saying this for the smart ones in the back, okay? For the smart ones in the back. You know, you may hear us, oh, we did this, we did that, and people will be like, oh, they're just blowing through everything. And we are very smart with our money. I'm very smart with our money and our investments, and we do have investments. And we, you know, since I was a young performer earning some money, I always had the budget mentality. It's like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna be going on all these vacations, all these things, unless that's my play money. I have play money.
Yes, you have
money. We have retirement money. We have investment money. We have situations that we can play with. You understand what I'm saying?
And we have money, responsibilities.
Exactly, responsibility money. We have all of that. Bills get paid. You know, pension, like all of that and so this is what we have to play with.
100%.
You know, because I think people think that people think that, you know, we run our bills to the ground, and that's dumb.
Listen.
And the thing is that I've gotten on YouTube at times and try to give a couple of sprinkle, but people aren't receptive to it. So why give the secrets away? Why give the secrets away?
This is the year of no interest for us. 0% interest.
0% interest.
Listen, you know what the crazy thing is, and I don't want to say this, so I'm gonna say it, but if you don't want it to stay out, you know, bleep it out. But last year we spent like $120,000 on bullshit.
Drop a bomb on that.
But
here's you want to hear what the crazy thing about the 120?
What? Say it.
The crazy thing about the 120 is that it was all paid up front, non-interest on it.
No
Drop
interest.
a bomb on that.
Shout out to American Express.
Drop a bomb on that.
We was blowing that card the F up. When they sent that year end of how much we spent, I said, babe, we gotta chill the fuck out. That's a lot of money to be spending on some bullshit. But
this is why we're in the rare situations that I have an issue or I need some information and I dial that concierge in the back of that card. They treat us with the best respect and get our solutions in place
immediately.
Right.
Never leave home without it. That is the best credit card ever. Like, I really do appreciate the American Express. And
when we got together, you know, because I'm sure you've had financial issues in the past. I've had financial issues. You've made your mistakes as a young card holder. I've made my mistakes as a young card holder. So now we're coming together with all these experiences. And when we got together, we said, okay, we're going to start doing things together. We're not going to be accumulating debt just to accumulate debt.
Hell no.
You know, and we're going to figure out how to invest. We're going to figure out how to have safety nets. We're gonna figure out how to have pots for the future. We're gonna do our policies and insurances. We're gonna have these things to cover thing. We're gonna do our paperwork for proxy and for
incapacitated,
all of that.
medical.
We're gonna set everything up
just to be. And I think that's the reason why we work well too. And I was saying that to one of my friends. I was talking about that. I was like, you know why me and my husband, we are so good together is because like most relationships fail over, cheating or finances. So I think finances are actually number one. And we've never had an issue with finances. And this is not to brag by any means. When I first met Juanki shitted on me. He got like a 5-star Now me, I'm sitting here like I'm about to pretend I'm like the.
It was just a $1,700 a night.
Crazy. Bro. I just want you guys to understand this is the first time
just a $1,700.
Our first date was a weekend. Who does first date weekends? I guess because we're like at a different age and we just said, listen, we gonna do it and we gonna do it.
No, baby, it's because it was me. Okay,
probably.
It's because it was me.
Definitely you, because I would have did that shit.
Okay,
we would have.
You asked me on a date and you're like, oh, and I said to you, okay, next weekend, and you're like, oh, you come. I said I could jump on a plane right now.
Because I used to deal. Let me tell you, I'm used to dealing with people who don't have money, and I was paying for everything. Literally.
But you knew the hotel I was staying at.
I'm not
going to say. Didn't know the room I
I just don't. No, the problem is I don't research things. That's why in this relationship you just do it.
But you're the one who told me the hotel. You said there's these hotels in this area.
Yeah, but
I just ended up picking that one. But
I didn't. Yeah, I just gave you a list. You went by the list.
What did you think when you first walked in?
Well, let me tell you. First, I didn't even think you were gonna come. Second, I was ready, but obviously circumstances. You was
late 3 times.
I was late, but listen.
I showed up the day before, pretty much. By the time you got to me, it was the next day.
Yes, but and thank you for waiting for me. And now look at you, all married and shit. Look at you. Imagine if you would have just said,
I was talking to my best friend over the FaceTime, and I was like, you see, that's what late again.
Well, you know, black people,
late.
Baby, you know how we do. But now, like, I feel like when I seen that hotel, I was like, God damn. I was like, this shit must have cost some motherfucking money. And I went out, I seen the balcony, and I'm looking at, we on the top floor of this big ass, expensive ass place. I said, oh, he got money. So in my head, I was like, okay, so I know that he don't need my money.
That was just my play money. Baby.
That was, no, because I was happy.
Money. That's not my emergency money. That's not my own money.
Oh, you got escape money?
No, that was just the play money.
Let me see if the lawyer, make sure you heard that. You heard that?
That's the play money for the weekend.
He got secret money. Let's make sure we
go
know.
Ahead. Play money for the weekend.
No, but when I seen the hotel, and this is the crazy thing, that Juanki paid for his flight, he paid for the hotel and everything like that. I did stay at the hotel with him, but I paid for the
meals.
I paid for the car rental. I paid for the meals, and we went to the gun range, and we went to Universal and places like that.
Oh yes.
But we did a lot for I think we went to the beach too. We had something to eat.
Oh yeah, we went to the boardwalk, to the beach thing.
We were chilling the whole weekend, and neither of us ever brought up money as a like, oh, you're gonna pay for this, or we're gonna go Dutch, we're gonna go half. God. We never, to this day, like we've never argued about money, my love. Like it was never no who's gonna pay for this, or it'd just be like, all right, babe, I got this, I'm gonna pay for it, or you'd be like, I'm gonna got it and I'm gonna pay for it, because we, like, to this day we joined our accounts, so it's not like who cares? Like my money is his money is my money. It's all in one pot, and we're
very responsible with that. We understand that. We treat ourselves well, but we also have moments where we're like, okay, not this month.
Yeah, it's time to chill.
Yeah, chill this month.
If somebody's
not this month,
asking
next month, or
that's
this
borrow money.
Another thing is also we are planners. We are planners. Like our vacation, we plan months in advance. Actually, a year out, I'm already considering where we want to go next year, what are potential dates. As we get closer to that 6 month is when I start doing all my bookings. All my bookings and all that. But it's about planning. For me, it's about planning.
We did we do a good job when it comes to that, and we thank God that we haven't gone into financial crisis. We are very smart with our money. we don't do this loaning people money thing. I don't do that.
I don't do that
I don't
either.
have money. Listen, I will tell you to your face that I'm broke because I don't have money for you.
Yeah, I don't have money either.
I can't do that because I've done it before and I won't do it again. And plus, it's different now because it's not just my money no more. It's my husband's money too. So if you asking me for money, I have to ask my husband for money, and my husband is always going to say no.
Yeah.
And my husband is the same way. You ask my husband for money, he's going to ask me for money, and I'm going to say no. So we don't have to feel bad that I have to tell you no. My husband said no.
My husband said no.
That's it. And it's not that we're being stingy. It's just that I know that a lot of people like to borrow money to pay for their bills because they spent their bill money on fun. And that's the stuff that pissed me off.
Right.
Like you knew that your rent was
this
due,
was coming along,
but you
right.
chose to go to Vegas and now you want me to pay your rent. That ain't happening. So I can't do it. Sorry, I'm poor. And I don't care if you say, but you have this and you live here. Yes, because I'm able to do that because I pay my bills first. So if I gave you my money, I won't be able to live here anymore. And that's not going to happen. But I do appreciate that you're very frugal and you're very money conscious. And
let me tell you something
that about our relationship.
Let me tell you something that for 2025, I am flipping the game even more.
Flip it and reverse it?
That's right. You already know how I run this stuff and what I do and how we get stuff and the percentages and how we invest and stack things. And I am going bazooka.
Listen, I already
next
know.
year.
I can see it in your eyes that you're not lying.
I already know.
Listen, I already know what we're doing for the first part of next year. And we're definitely going on another vacation. I told him that we should do at least 4 a year.
Yeah.
We need to do 2 international and 2 local. Somewhere in the United States.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
So, and speaking of that, we did wrap up our summer event with with our last vacation. We went to the Dominican Republic.
Yes, we love the DR.
We love it.
The Dominican Republicans.
The Dominican Republic.
Okay, and these are the people that are judging us. Okay?
I know.
The people that believe DR stands for the Dominican Republicans.
Republicans. Like, what about the Dominican
Not the Dominican
Democrats?
Republican. Not the Dominican Republic, but the Dominican Republicans.
The DRs.
So we went to the DR. So we went to the DR as we wrap up our extensive podcast. But we went to the DR. So how was this time?
Well, let me tell you, we normally don't tell you guys where we go because we don't want people to know where we go.
And we won't today.
But we're not telling them because, it doesn't matter because we're never going back. So like this was our last time going to the Dominican Republic for a vacation. And we definitely had a great send off. So go ahead, tell them about it.
I thought the goal of this trip was for us to relax. I think that was accomplished.
100%.
I believe that was accomplished. Did we have a hiccup? We had a couple of hiccups.
What were the hiccups? Oh my God.
On the last night, we had a couple of hiccups. However, did that tarnish the rest of the experience, the previous experience? No. I think we had a great experience. I enjoyed my time with you. Oh my God.
Oh, we had a great time.
Oh my God, I just thought about it. Ooh,
listen,
I'm
I was
getting
thinking
hot.
about that too. That's the first thing I
just
thought
had
about.
a visual of it.
This was like the first vacation.
I just had a visual of it. Oh my God, no. The first vacation
where we just chilled.
Because remember, the first vacation, you put me in the jacuzzi and you went crazy with the bubbles and the bubbles almost suffocated
us.
me. And here I am with my sexy underwear on, and the thing just kept rising and rising and
blowing off and we were on the rooftop.
And we were on the rooftop in the jacuzzi, and then we
bubbles flying off the building.
To take the bubbles off, the water was frozen.
And then that just basically killed. You know what? Frozen cold water and sexual.
And the whole night,
Oh, it was just bad.
But this time,
it was.
I really enjoyed the room. I enjoyed my husband.
Hold on.
I enjoyed my husband in the hot tub.
And oh my God, that was so good.
It
was my first time in a jacuzzi doing that.
Really?
I swear to God. That was.
It was my first time too. Oh my God, it was my first time too.
No longer virgin. Nah, that was my first time in a hot tub. We were on.
Yes, I let my husband take me in the jacuzzi.
This let me before we get to that, we had this apartment that we had. And it might as well call it an apartment.
Yes, it was an apartment.
Overlooking the ocean. I'm gonna post some pictures.
2 bathrooms, 2 showers.
2 bathrooms with the double head showers. 2 showers, 2 bathrooms. The bathroom was the size of a bedroom.
It had a bathtub in there too.
Bathtub, soaking tub.
A soaking tub.
With a balcony. With the, you push the button and the curtain comes down.
Walk-in closet.
The walk-in closet was amazing.
Then we had the room itself that had 2 balconies.
It had 2 balconies. One that led to our breakfast little nook, and then the other one that led to the jacuzzi. And then the jacuzzi, you can go out there and go into the living room that had a little
it was like
table,
a dining area.
Dining area with the couch. It was, oh my God. I think that was the top of the line room that I've ever stayed in. I know I did not make that statement correct. Sue me. That was top of the line for rooms that I've been in. Mm-hmm. That was literally an apartment inside of a luxury hotel.
Yeah.
The butler service was... So anyway, we on a balcony and we in the jacuzzi, and it just happened. We had a bottle of champagne, on a bucket of ice, and we would just pop the shit. That was funny because when he popped the champagne, he just opened it in the top.
He shot it out.
It was just
the
champagne
and pressure.
Yeah, it just popped. I was like, oh, it knows it's about to go down.
It spilled all over it.
Everywhere. And then it was a whole lot of how do we say that? It was a whole lot of human stuff happening.
Climaxing.
It was good.
Yes, no, it was. I had the biggest climax I've ever had. They probably heard me.
They probably did.
They probably heard me.
Oh my God!
And then that was just because then.
Ma, turn off this podcast.
Oh yes. I forget she listens. But overall, it was a great experience for me. All we focused on was eating
and sleeping, relaxing.
Making love, going to the beach,
tanning,
drinking champagne, tanning.
Oh yeah, my black ass was tanning. Okay. I don't care how dark I am. Going to the pool, I tan.
And then cycling that all over again. Oh, going to a special dinner every night, somewhere different.
Dressing up nice.
And then cycling the whole thing over. And I really feel refreshed coming back.
I honestly, my body is in the most relaxed state that it's ever been in.
I'm glad.
Like my muscles, like I feel no stress. Like I literally detached from the stress of running a business, from balancing checkbooks and just doing all of the day-to-day running and gunning.
Making sure money's coming in.
I'm telling
you,
like, and running your own business is very stressful. I don't care what anybody say. Working for another company is the easiest thing you can do. Running a business, people say they want it. That shit is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Because there are no sick days, no vacation days. If you don't get out there every day, you don't make money. So you have to be running and gunning and making sure that the ship is in the right direction. But this vacation, we slept very well. We enjoyed waking up to seeing
waking up whenever we want to wake up. We wake up when the eyes open, not when an alarm clock goes off.
And then we wake up to the scene of the sun rising over the ocean. You got the little sailboats out there, the one little pirate ship that kept, they got it made up as a pirate ship. Just watching that go by, and then just listening to the music, and it was nice. It was, my God, I feel like I'm mentally still there.
Good, because you work so hard, baby. So you gotta be able to I feel like I'm ready to tackle the fall. And then,
Who are you kidding? You're going on another vacation.
No, I know. I'm already here in January. I'm booking something for January/February. We're gonna leave the winter here and go somewhere warm again.
Oh, praise God!
And do something.
I hate the winter time.
We're definitely gonna do that. We're gonna leave the winter and then go somewhere warm. But I do wanna, as if Jesus listens, but I know Jesus is with us. I do want to thank the powers that be that allow us to be able to get up every morning and do what we got to do so that we can play the way that we play. It's not lost in me that we are truly, truly blessed with the opportunity of just opening our eyes and being able to get out of the bed and put one foot in front of the other. And I'm thankful for that. Even with the production, the cussing, the videos, all of that.
We know that it's all by the grace of God. At the end of the day,
it's by the grace of the powers that be, and I am grateful.
Everything.
Grateful that we get to wake up every day and do what our hearts desire, and that I have you next to me as my backbone.
Oh, babe, I feel the same way.
Okay. So
that's
it for me.
That's it for you.
It's been a wonderful summer.
It has been a wonderful summer, and I feel like we closed it out properly.
Yes.
And I just want to tell you that I could not see me doing any of this or going through life with anybody else but you.
Oh, baby.
So I hope you know that when I told you I was gonna marry you, I meant it, I did it. And when I told you that you were the person for me that I've been waiting my whole life for, I knew it, I meant it, and I sealed it. So when I tell you that there's nobody else out here for me, and there's nobody that I'm looking at, I don't give a fuck about these people. And you know when I say something, I ain't even got time for that.
Yeah.
So you know it, but I just want the world to know it, that I love you, and that nothing or no one could ever take that away. The only person that can take that away is you. And vice versa. Yeah. No one can come between us. Well, except for God. If God said,
I mean, when God says this one now, it's this one now.
I didn't mean to kill that with that, but we listen to God, you know what I'm saying? But I love it. And I love doing this podcast with you. I love going through life with you, waking up with you. I love sleeping next to you. I love when we cook. Like, you cook so good. Like, you are, let me tell you something. You are really a gift. And I think a lot of people could look at our relationship and they should take it as an example of what a gay couple could be. Because even though we come out here and we joke a lot, we talk a lot of shit, and we shits and giggles and blah blah blah, like, we're really chill and down to earth, and we are just normal gay men just experiencing life and just trying to constantly elevate. And and watching you and knowing that you came from all the struggles that you came from to make it where you make it, to make it to where you have made it in life through all your trials and tribulations is a testament to how hard you work. Like, you're creative, you're talented, you're educated, you're sophisticated.
Thank you, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, baby.
Like, you're a full package here. I knew what I had when I had you.
Thank you.
Especially when the elevator doors opened up and I saw that face.
Well, I had 2 masks on because I didn't know you like that.
I seen the eyes and the eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
And it was nasty.
And my hair was puffed up. Because it
Clean.
inflated 3 times. Because I had been waiting for almost, 9 hours?
Well, listen.
Every 3 hours I had to fluff it back up.
Well, listen, you had to wait for your forever. And now you don't have to wait no more.
That's right. And I am blessed. So thank you, baby. This has been an amazing podcast as we close out the summer and we roll in the fall.
Oh,
you ready for the fall, baby?
I'm ready for the fall.
I'm ready for the fall, too. I'm ready to jack this mouth. It's an election year.
It is an election year. And you know what?
We got to do. Our next one has to be a politic one.
Oh, my God. We're going to talk about what? Kamala, Trump, and that Robert Downey Jr. What is his name?
Who?
That Robert F. Kennedy, whatever. Raspy voice.
I was like, who is this? I saw him today on CNN, saying that he's taking his name off the ballot.
Independent.
But I'm like, who are you?
Did you hear his voice?
I've never seen that man.
How can I listen to this cigarette chart?
JFK?
I think that's John F. Kennedy Jr. or something. I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know. But all I know is his voice. I could never.
Get out of the way.
Imagine you would. Can you be in a meeting with this guy that's like
get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. And so I'm interested in us having our political discussion because the things have been, the whole thing has been heating up and shifts and all that. So I'm curious to see, don't say it now, where our vote lies currently. Don't say it yet.
Did we change our mind?
Did we?
Did you guys listen to the other podcast?
Have you?
Have we changed our mind? And where are we headed to?
That's right.
And we definitely need to talk about Sarah Boone.
That's right.
We got to talk about that.
Well, it's the fall, baby.
We're going to go into it. It's about to be a real good season of J-Days podcast, and I hope you guys stay tuned in. Shout out to all of our listeners. We see that you guys have still been listening to our podcast.
Them replays are crazy.
It is ridiculous. I see all the states, the countries, the cities that you guys are listening from, and I love you guys 100%. Keep listening, and as always, you can find us on all major streaming platforms, everywhere that you get your podcast.
Or you can go to the jnhpodcast.com where you can find a player. Okay?
And you can stream us directly, baby.
Anyway, with that, Hulk, baby, take us out.